right, welcome to Minute 10 from the podcast that takes the longest running, most debonair, suave spy franchise, James Bond, and breaks it down one glorious minute at a time. I'm Brian.
And I'm Christian.
And this is Bond. Minute Bond.
Minute Bond.
By the way, I haven't mentioned it till this minute, but we got an Instagram, at Bond Minute Bond. And these will be posted on audio on your platform, podcast platform of your preference, and YouTube. So check out those links if you have one way or another, if you like seeing a video, or if you don't want to see my ugly mug and this boy's just chiseled straight from God face. But Christian, what happened in this minute?
Well, you see them walking away together, and she's very upset. Well, not super upset, but she's a little upset that they had to stop the game right when things were getting interesting.
Yeah, just as things were getting interesting is the first line we hear in this minute. And then
he invites her to lunch like a fucking pimp.
Well, after finding out what the game is, which is chemin de fer, which I don't know what that game is and how he plays, how you play it, but he asks what else she does, and she says golf, which I like that. Like, in the grand scheme of things, if you were being binary and reductive, golf wouldn't be in the what women do column.
Right.
So I love that she plays golf.
I'm surprised she said golf.
Yeah, and I like that he's just tomorrow afternoon then, and she's like, oh, let me see. I wonder, she's playing that flirtatious game.
But I wonder.
She's playing this game of flirtation a lot better than she was playing the game of chemin de fer, apparently.
Yeah, well, you know what? You know what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to Google the hell out of that.
Chemin de fer?
Chemin de fer.
Right.
Yeah, what is it? It's a card game.
Oh, what?
Also called Shimmy or Chernay. French card game played mainly in European and Latin American casinos. Oh, so this is neither blackjack nor poker. This is chemin de fer.
Yeah, how do you play chemin de fer? Does it say?
How do you spell it?
How do you play it?
The game is played by up to 12 players on a kidney-shaped table. The object is to total 9 with a hand of 2 or 3 cards. Oh. And Bond got 9 in like minute 7 or 8. Remember that?
That would have had to be either literally the end of minute 7 or in minute 8. I don't remember that he got 9, but that makes sense.
Yeah, she got 8 and he got 9.
And there were less than 12 players. There were 9, I believe, or 10. I believe there were 7 men. 7 men who didn't work for the house and 2 women. So there were 9 under 12. Yeah, so cool. That's cool.
Nice.
So you have to get 2 or 3 cards.
I honestly thought that was something sexual, but it wasn't. It was just an innocent card game.
Oh, you thought chemin de fer meant something sexual? Oh, no.
Yeah.
But he does say, and I like that he says, They literally wrote into his lines. He said it twice. He said, when asking her name, he went, Miss, and now he says, and we could have dinner afterwards, perhaps. So he wants to golf and have dinner.
And so now I'm wondering if this is just one of the many girls that he goes after, and she really doesn't mean anything in the grand scheme of things,
except informing his character, perhaps.
Yeah.
But I like, in the grand scheme of things, how much we look at movies in the Bond franchise, and like we get just outlandishly named characters like Pussy Galore or stuff like that. I like that Sylvia Trench from the get seems like a well-realized character. She plays golf. She doesn't immediately say yes. She says may I let you know in the morning? And
Yeah.
it's not while it may ultimately end up being a slam dunk, she's either not letting it be, or she's not sure at this point if she wants to do anything with him.
But at the end, when he walks away, she's looking at him like, ooh, I kind of like that. He was like, so he didn't
I
like.
hate to see you go, but I love to watch you leave. Whatever that line is.
When she said, "Oh, maybe I'll let you know in the morning," he wasn't like, "Please, come on, just come with me." Like
that's what I'm saying. I was just gonna say.
I think she liked.
I was just gonna say he's not being pushy. When she says,
Right.
"I might tell you yes," he says, "Splendid. My number's on the card," which is so smooth.
Like,
and then he just starts counting her money, which is now his. Just this big old stack as he leaves. One, he gets the door open. He gets the door opened, and that's why he was counting it. He ripped off a few bills and gave it to the man who opened the door for him, which was very classy. Puts it in his pocket, and I was trying to see if this was an elevator that had someone operating it, because I couldn't tell this wood elevator.
It's not as far as you can tell, as far as you can see.
Yeah. And let's see what these signs say. Universal Exports, Adams and Adams Solicitors, and James Reed Shipping Agents.
Well, so obviously, it sounds like Universal Exports is such a front for something, right?
Oh yeah, one of my favorite restaurants, the location up in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Safe House, has a sign that says Universal Exports Limited, I believe.
Nice.
But he goes into this office, which the door says Universal Exports, and he throws his hat on the coat rack. So smooth. Yeah. And this woman, whose name could it be? I wonder. That was money, every penny of it. Says, "James, where on earth have you been? I've been searching London for you." Which I would like to search for anyone from the comfort of a nice office chair.
Yeah.
But we get this little office. There's a map on the wall. There's a couple roses, or not roses, flowers near her desk or over her shoulder. And there's some office cabinets around her. And a bunch of, it looks like there's a printer, maybe something, near the door. And a bunch of papers on her desk. He just slides into her seat. Just sits right on her arm.
And that's the last second that we see.
Yeah, as she picks up the phone.
It looks like he's pushing her over.
Oh, I just saw him sitting on the arm of her chair. Like, he might consider her offer to go to golf and dinner tomorrow.
Oh, yeah?
Like, that's...
This guy.
I mean, you really... I'm racking my brain. You really don't see a man sitting on the armrest while a woman is in the chair. Usually in movies, from what I can remember, it's reversed. So, very progressive of Bond. He said semi-sarcastically, considering the whole picture. But we see the subtitle, but we don't hear anything that she says in this minute 10 on the phone. But that's it. That's minute...
That is it.
Minute 10 instead of 0010. But yeah, hit us up on Instagram. There's YouTube and podcast. Leave a review if you like. We might do a random giveaway once we hit 100 podcast reviews. But thank you so much. And we'll see you in minute 11.
My name is Christian.
Mine is Brian.
And that was money.
Every penny of it. I wonder what her name could be in the office.